Making our children to write. Okay, you're welcome to my channel, and my name is Favor Ezebuchi. And this is a video that I would love to do. I'm here with my board today. So this is a video I would like to do where I will be explaining to you how you can make your child to write. If you're a homeschool tutor, you are a mom, a dad, or a teacher or a school owner, you are welcome to this video and my channel. Okay, so before we go on, thank you for the previous videos you've always watched, and please can you just do a pause now and subscribe, please? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so this is a video that is kicking off from the previous video. I took out time to do a part 1 to part 4 of making your child to write, and we started off with pre-writing skills. So today I'm going to be elaborating on number 1. Okay, so how do you make your child to write? Your child has gone through concentration. The video is there. You have developed your child's muscle. You've developed the pre-writing formations, which is a stroke down, and all the formations and all of that. Now we're about to make the child to start writing. I would always say, don't make your child to start writing. Your child is writing. Yes, your child has actually also scribbled, okay? So all of those ones are down in the video. You could just scroll down, or I'm going to put it up here as a link. But you want your child to start writing. Why are you starting off with A, like the A, like capital letter A here? Why are you kicking off with capital letter A? Why? Oh, this is a no-no, please. We don't do that. This is 21st century, and you don't want to be caught doing this, okay? So teaching your child to write is very, very important. Maybe I could go this way. Okay, so teaching your child to write is very, very important. Please don't start with capital letters. We no longer use capital letters anymore. Also, even if it is sound, do not start teaching your child writing sounds. Please don't teach your child writing sounds. No, no, no. It's a no-no. Okay, so what I would always say is get a handy board like this. Get a handy board like this. Okay, so your board means a lot to you and your child, because you want your child to always follow through with what you are modeling. Okay, make sure the edges are actually safe and they're not sharp or something that could cause harm to your child. Okay, so I always say make your child to write 1 to 10 before you introduce sounds. The reason is because you're dealing with the different curves, and you don't want to start teaching number 1 or teaching number 2 and you're doing this. You can see you're doing number 2. You can see number 2 faces this way. It's this curve, and the sound A faces the other way. So your child is going to get so confused. So you don't want to be caught doing that. No, no, no. So I've worked with this over 7 years, and I've seen results and I've seen proof. So I want to be showing us what to do. Now let's assume your child is done with everything. We are kicking off with number 1. Okay, so I first do this with number 1 here, and I tell the child stroke down number 1. Remember, the child knew this in the pre-writing as a stroke down, but now the child is learning this as stroke down number 1. So you tell the child, how do we write number 1? The child will tell you stroke down. Beautiful. How do we write number 1 again? Stroke down. Okay, so can everybody give me number 1? Write number 1 for me on the air. Let's assume you're speaking in the class. So I'm addressing both individual and a group learning now, okay? So you can say, okay, give me number 1. Everybody's doing stroke down. Oh, good job. Amazing. Give yourself a roll clap. So they go roll clap. Roll clap. You are excellent, fantastic, and superstar. So they go with that, and they are so excited. So you can now take them maybe to the sandpit. If you have a sandpit area, you tell them to give you stroke down on the sandpit, and everybody's going with stroke down on the sandpit. Okay, so you then call them one at a time, or even if it's just one child, you could say, okay, come to the board and give me a stroke down. Everybody wants to hold this marker. This marker, you could get them the smaller one, or anyone would go. Everybody wants to hold this thing. Everybody wants to be a teacher. Everybody wants to be on that your seat. So you tell them, okay, come up, give me a stroke down. Okay, so the child is giving you a what? Stroke down. The child keeps going what? Stroke down, stroke down. The child is going stroke down, stroke down. Please, it will not be perfect. You see some persons that will give you you see some persons that will give you a stroke down like this, right? A stroke down like this, that will go down. That's okay, so long as you know that what they are giving to you is a stroke down. Now that's very, very okay. Now let's assume you're done with this. Then I always say get a book. Okay, you get a book that is ruled this way, say 3 lines. It depends if you have A4 and you have beautiful spaces, beautiful work area that the child can actually work on. Do you understand? So you tell the child to give you a stroke down. Remember, this time around you're not tracing because the child has already understood it. So say and write number 1. You're not going to now say and write stroke down. No, it's going to be say and write number 1. Please, you cannot start this video without watching the previous video. It's a transition, so you're going to understand how it is coming up. Please, thank you. Okay, so say and write number 1, and the child is going number 1. You could do this one for the child, and the child is going number 1, number 1. Good job, number 1. So sometimes they may go down the line, but you have to model. Some people would always put a dot here and a dot here. Some people would always do a dot here and a dot here, making the child to connect to the dots. No, most times I don't do that because I don't want to feed the child. Like, I don't want to go feeding the child on what to do, right? I want the child to use his or her discretion, develop his or her mind. I don't know how to explain this so you understand this, that I don't want to feed the child knowing that there is this. So when the child wants to write number 1, the child is looking for 2 connecting dots. So if peradventure the child is writing randomly at home, okay, the child will know that for him, he or she to write number 1, he or she will be looking for connecting dots. So I don't do that. So I just make them understand. Yes, sometimes their 1 can go down. It's fine. We are not looking for perfection, okay? Just allow them to explore. Allow them to be children. Allow them to just explore. So doing this, I can say I don't want to make them connect 2 dots. So I want them to develop their mind to think and know that writing number 1 is just a stroke down. So they develop their mind, and before you know it, they know where to stop. So that being said, this is how your kids or your children should go on writing number 1. Now, when you're done with this, please make sure that they are going home with this same task as number 1. And as they're writing it, they have to say it. Say and write number 1. Say and write number 1. Good job, amazing. Say and write number 1. My goodness. Wow, you did it. I love this. Okay, so you go home, you do your homework, make sure you say your numbers and do what? Write along. So this is how we explain to the child writing number 1. Okay, so that's it. If this is helpful, please put down in the comment section. I want to hear from you. And also remember to subscribe, remember to share this video, and like it. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video where I introduce how to write number 2. So I'm going to be giving the formations in writing number 2 and how to go about it. Now, if your child is not able to write number 1, please do not move on to the next. And like I said, do not introduce sounds until your child has learned to write 1 to 10. When we get to 10, I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.